He waited in silence, surrounded by everything money could buy, yet haunted by the one thing it couldn't: her. From the floor-to-ceiling windows of his penthouse, Adrian Hale watched the city glow beneath him like a sea of restless stars. The world knew him as a billionaire, a man who built towers of glass and steel, a man whose name carried weight in every room he entered. Yet when night settled over the skyline, all that power faded into something strangely quiet. Every evening, Adrian prepared tea. 2 cups, one for himself and one placed gently across the table from him, the way he used to when they were children beneath the old oak tree behind her grandmother's house. Jasmine always insisted tea tasted better outdoors, even when the wind tangled her hair and the cups cooled too quickly. She would laugh, brush leaves from the wooden table, and tell him that someday they'd sit together in beautiful places around the world. 20 years had passed since those afternoons. Still, the second cup remained. It was foolish, he often told himself, yet waiting had become its own kind of comfort, a quiet ritual that kept her memory alive. Then on a gray afternoon that seemed no different from the rest, fate slipped quietly into his routine. A new museum wing opened downtown, funded in part by Adrian's foundation. The event was ordinary by his standards: ribbon cutting, speeches, cameras flashing politely. Until he saw her. Among the curators stood a woman with the same quiet grace he had once known. She turned slightly as sunlight filtered through the high windows, illuminating her face. Their eyes met. And suddenly, 20 years melted like snow in spring. The voices around them blurred into silence. Cameras clicked somewhere in the distance. Neither of them moved for a moment. Then she smiled, softly, as if recognizing a dream she once believed she had lost. "Adrian?" she whispered. Later, as they wandered through the final gallery together, they stopped beneath a painting of 2 constellations intertwined across a deep midnight sky. She looked up at it thoughtfully. "Seems your stars never stopped waiting," she said with a gentle smile. That night, standing once again above the shimmering city, Adrian realized something beautiful. Love isn't something we chase. It finds us when we finally stop running, when we grow quiet enough to be seen, patient enough to be found. So if your heart is waiting, don't lose faith. Sometimes the universe keeps 2 souls circling each other until the exact moment it knows they're ready to meet again. Believe this: love always knows the way home.